Hi Stokies, Craig here from the Bear Pit TV, and this is my preferred 11 for this Saturday's FA Cup clash against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which I'm really excited about. Wolves are the club that I love to hate. I like playing them, I like beating them even better, but I'm really excited about this clash. So on Saturday, it's an unusual one in that when we play an early round cup game, you'd expect to see a few of the fringe players coming in. However, a lot of the fringe players have been starting, arguably, and our so-called more flair players with a bit more quality on the ball have obviously not been getting the first 11 recently, and it's been causing quite a bit of fuss with a lot of the Stoke fans. So, with that in mind, this is the 11 I've gone for if I was to be the manager. There's no way in this world that what I put down here will play on Saturday, purely because it's so difficult to second guess a Mark Hughes first 11 at the moment. So I've gone for a 4-3-3 formation. In net, I've gone with Lee Grant. I can imagine a few people would have expected maybe Shea Given or Hogarth to come back in. But for my money, we need a decent cup run. Lee Grant's just signed his new contract. I think it's a good time to, chuck him back in, celebrate that new contract. And if truth be told, I've just got no faith still in Shea Given or Hogarth after the shaky end to last season and shaky start to this season. And I want a decent cup run, and I just don't trust either of them two still. So Grant starting net. At the back, I go for Johnson, Ryan Shawcross, Martin Zindi and Peters at left back. In front of the defence, I'll go for Afellay and Mbula. Afellay, by the way, was fantastic when he came on. It's so good that he's back. He's absolutely fantastic. He held the ball so well against Watford, and as soon as he came on, the pace dropped, we controlled the play. I'm so happy Affelay's back. In front of them two, I'd then go for Bojan. His best position is just behind the striker, so that's where I'm going to put him in there today. Joe Allen can be rested for the FA Cup game. And if Bojan really wants to kind of prove himself, this is one of the few opportunities he's going to get to play, in my opinion, his best position. Allen can be rested for the FA Cup. Afellay can play a little bit deeper. But Bojan at the moment is third choice, I feel, for that number 10 just behind the striker role, behind Joe Allen and then Afellay. Up front, or the top three rather, I'm going to go with Shaq on one wing, Arnie on the other and Crouch right down the middle. And when you look at that formation, Johnson, Shawcross, Indy, Peters, Afellay, Mbula, Bojan, Crouch, Shaq and Arnie, you could easily mistake that for a league first 11 because on paper it looks so strong. Bar maybe Joe Allen coming in, or maybe Peter Crouch being dropped for a different striker. On paper, that is as good as Stoke's first 11 will look. But I think these fringe players need to come back in, and there's not a more perfect opportunity than an FA Cup game. And players like Shaq and Bojan need to prove themselves. There's been little murmurs of them being unhappy and sulking a little bit. But for my money, Shaq has not been performing well. I know a bit of a fuss was kicked up with some Stoke fans that he wasn't starting against Watford. I still don't think that sort of fuss should have been kicked up. He's not been playing that well. He was poor against Chelsea. And likewise, Bojan, for all the good he did against Chelsea, he did really cause their third goal by dribbling with the ball in a stupid area. So I still don't think Shaq or Bojan should be automatic choices. They need to prove themselves, and it's been quite a while since they've done that on a consistent basis. So, to recap, Grant in net, Johnson, Ryan Shawcross, Indy, Peters. In front of them, I've gone for Afellay and Mbula. Bojan behind the front three of Crouch, Shaq and Arnie. I'm also really excited to see Bojan finally play with Crouch, because I think of all the combos of strikers we've potentially had or attacking players, I can't think of too many occasions when Bojan's played with Crouch. I think them two will really work very well together. So I'll have to wait and see. Drop us a comment, let us know what you reckon to the first 11. What would you change? Who would you have brought in? Give the video a like, and we'll see you on Saturday for the FA Cup game against Wolverhampton Wanderers.